Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. If you are new here, my name is Gianna Paola and it is day 4 of makeup essentials. So today we are going to be going over my favorite part of my whole routine, and that is my foundation. I love this part. I love applying foundation. I love how I can go from looking like, you know, a bunch of scars and all that jazz to having this like flawless base, and I love that. So if you want to know how I do my foundation and how I prep my skin for foundation during the winter time or just any time of the year really, this isn't really just for winter, but if you want to know how I do that, then just keep on watching. So I'm going to start off with my first step, which is obviously moisturizer. I actually already cleansed and toned my face, so my first step right now is going to be moisturizer, and I like to use my Tarte drink of H2O. This stuff is amazing, and I like to mix this in with a little bit of Tarte Maracuja Oil. It's just a perfect combination. It's like a combo made in heaven. So what I like to do is just, it smells so good, is just take the smallest little amount. Literally, this is even too much. Just put it on the back of my hand so I can kind of mix that together with the maracuja oil, and I'll just take a few drops of this and just mix it around town and just, you know, kind of mix it together. Just apply this everywhere, all over my face, especially in the drier parts, which is kind of on the outside of my skin. This tends to be the driest, and my forehead too. Okay, so now that I am done with the maracuja and the moisturizer, I'm gonna go in with a mist, and I like to use this one from H2O. I just like to spray this all over my face, and then I'm going to keep my eyes kind of shut for a little bit so it doesn't mess up my eye makeup, and I'm gonna let it dry down. Okay, so now that the mist has dried down, the first thing we're gonna go in with is primer. So I don't really use a conventional primer as much as people normally do. I kind of make my own little mix. I actually use night cream. So I use this Befine night cream, and it's from Befine. Food skincare. It's a skincare brand that's really good. So the way I found this out one day is that I did not have primer, and I was like, can I use this as a base one day? Because I hadn't used it before. It came in my Ipsy bag 1 month, and it worked. Then I had this crazy idea of adding some type of like liquidy foundation, so I took the one from Tarte and I mixed them together, and I used that as my base, and I was just like, whoa, like in shock of the concoction that I made up that actually really does work for letting my like foundation just apply even better. So what I like to do is here, you know, back of my hand, that's where all the magic happens. Just take a little bit, about that much, and then I take less than 1 drop of this Rainforest of the Sea from Tarte water foundation, and I just take a little bit. The reason I add this is because that kind of adds a little bit of coverage, almost, you can say, like how Professional from Benefit kind of has that tint to it. That's kind of what the foundation does. So I'm gonna mix these two together, and they actually mix so well together. As you can see, that's what it looks like on the back of my hand. And I just start in the nose area. It looks a little light, but when you blend it out, you don't even see the color anymore. So I'm just going to start with my nose and work my way out. I really like this stuff. I feel like it kind of blurs the pores a little bit because of the added foundation, it kind of does a little bit of a blurring effect, and it also smooths the pores because of the consistency of this. So now let's move on to foundation. So for foundation, I have two faves that I love to mix together. First, I'm going to start with the Milani Conceal and Perfect. I am in the shade Tan for this, and then I like to mix this with the Tarte Amazonian Clay Full Coverage Foundation, because this is full coverage and that one's more like medium to full coverage, and I really do like that like extreme coverage on my skin. Even for an everyday, I just really like that. That's my personal preference. If it's not yours, then you know, you can use a lighter coverage foundation, you know. My trusty little palette here, and I just take a bit of that one. Not this one, I don't use too much of because I'm really just using this for the coverage. And then this one, which is my perfect shade, actually, and I use 2 pumps of that one. Yes, I go ham. I love, love, love a lot of coverage on my foundation wise. I'm just gonna take my finger and kind of mix the two together. So I'm gonna just go ahead and apply this with my finger. So to blend out my foundation, I like to use this bad boy, which is the Quickie blending sponge from Tarte. We're gonna move on to concealer, and I like to take 2 concealers, and this is the Tarte Shape Tape bomb ass concealer, really bomb. I'm in the shade Tan Sand. And then I like to take this NYX HD concealer, and this is in the shade Yellow. I kind of like to add a little bit of this just to brighten up the under eye, and I like to apply from right around here to there and bring it down and get to the sides of my nose. So basically, what you're doing is putting concealer where the light naturally hits your face. Okay, so now that we have our war paint on, we're gonna go ahead and blend all of this out. Okay, so now that we have this base where I look a little, just a tad, you know, pale, I'm going to bring some warmth back into my skin using a product that is such a fave of mine, and I cannot believe it's discontinued, and it's this e.l.f. Moisturizing Stick. So I'm going to be taking this MAC 159, this small dual fiber blending brush, and just applying that to the kind of the outer of my face, kind of where you would normally contour. Okay, so now that we're nice and warm, just like how I like it, I'm going to go in with foundation powder to set the outskirts of my face, and I'm going to be going in with this Bare Minerals BarePro powder foundation. I'm in the shade Sable 21. I'm going to be using the BH Cosmetics V1 brush, and I love this brush. It's this huge, fluffy powder brush that just works. So, I'm just going to be tapping the powder foundation into my skin. I don't want to do this, like that whole motion, because that just tends to move around product, and I don't want the foundation to move anywhere. So for my foundation routine, this is pretty much it. There is more that I do, of course, but for my foundation and foundation products, this is pretty much what I do. The rest of this look, I guess, will be up tomorrow, and this is day 4, so thank you so much for tuning in, you know, every single day. Yeah, tomorrow we will learn how to highlight under our eyes and how to contour using powder, and you know, how to apply blush and bronzer and highlight after you've done all this to your face, and how to make sure that it doesn't look cakey. So I want to thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you tomorrow. Bye.